Good evening. It's very important to keep buying books in the internet age. The other day, I put up some new bookshelves to house my set of encyclopedias, all by myself. Wonky, wooden and groaning under excessive weight, I took ages to finish the job. Joining me tonight are, on my right, Nick Thomas, a strategy consultant who bumped into Norman Wisdom on a yacht in Cannes. Patrick Buckingham, a solicitor who was chased by a bull elephant seal along an Antarctic beach. And their captain, Martin Smith, a taxi driver and amateur genealogist who grows his own strawberries. United by a love of early 80s electro-pop, they are the Electrophiles. Are you a quiz team normally, the three of you, or do you quiz independently? You've just come together for this?
We quiz regularly, almost every Tuesday throughout the winter. So we know each other very well, yes.
Good luck. You will be facing tonight, on my left, Jenny Forrest, who got stuck in the Cascade mountain range and was rescued by a snowplough. Belinda Weir, a keen writer who once found an abandoned railway carriage filled with sweets in a field in East Yorkshire. And their captain, Oliver Forrest, a civil servant who met Melvyn Bragg at a funeral. All members of the Forrest family, they are the Forrests. Oliver, you're here with your mother and sister, but you've been here before. You were here last series. What happened there?
So last season we decided to go on when Jenny was 7 months pregnant, which was not the best idea. So she went into labour on the day that the second episode was due to be filmed. So we've got 2 extra reserve team members watching at home, Maisie and Sophie.
Well, many congratulations. It's very exciting that you've got twins, and I look forward to the day in a few years' time when they come to play themselves. For now, good luck. Electrophiles, you won the toss. You'll be going first.
Yep. Please
Choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
The twisted flax, please, Victoria.
The twisted flax. Ah, it's the music question. That should settle you in nicely. You'll be hearing your clues. What connects them? First one coming in now.
Where you gonna go now? Who you gonna run to? Are you little life? You're chasing all the girls. They can't resist.
Next, please.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what we can the song.
Next, Martin. Next, please.
That's from Greece. That's Sandy. Yes, Sandy Barrett. So what was the second one? The last one.
3 seconds.
We've got girls' names. OK, we'll go with girls' names.
Not it, I'm afraid. So I'm going to play a blast of the last lovely clue to the Forrests for a possible bonus.
I remember all my life.
Mandy.
Raining down as cold as
So are they rhyming names like Sandy, Mandy?
That's it. They all rhyme with Sandy and Mandy. Sandy, Mandy, Candy, and the first one, Dandy. That's where yours falls down. That was the Kinks. It's actually said to have been written by Ray Davies about his brother Dave. We don't know if that's definitely true, but not a girl's name in that case. So you get a bonus point, Forrests, and what would you like for your own question?
Lion, please.
Lion. OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
OK, TV show. Next, please. Next, please. The branches of that's the Navy, is it? Maybe ground force. Next, please. Is it like
3 seconds.
Are these sort of branches of the armed forces that you could put royal in front of?
They are not. So it's a bonus chance for you now, Electrophiles.
Is it, if you put a number after them, you get something that's connected to the US president?
I'd like to hear something very specific.
So, 1.
If you put the number 1 after them, you get presidential transport. What's Ground Force 1?
Well, it makes me think of Alan Titchmarsh, but it can't be that.
It's a bus. It's when he travels by bus. I mean, not like a red bus with a conductor on it, a sort of armoured bus. Executive 1, what's that?
Helicopter?
It's actually any civil aircraft when the president is on board. It's Air Force One if it's a military aircraft, and a Marine One is a Marine Corps aircraft.
Oh, okay.
What was interesting about a flight that Nixon took on Air Force One in 1974?
That must have been when he had resigned and was flown out of the White House. And did he go to California?
He was going to California, he resigned, and Ford was sworn in while the plane was in flight.
Right.
So the pilot radioed in to request a change of call sign to indicate that the president was not on board. What a rub down for Nixon. So they took off as Air Force One and landed as Sam 27,000. Pilot said, no president on this plane, and changed the call sign while they were in flight.
Wow.
So well done, you get the bonus. And which question would you like?
The horned viper, please, Victoria.
OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Parsley and Anna Potter. She was in Bewitched. She was the mother.
Yeah. Next, please.
Do you know what these are?
Are these all in children's? They're not, it's not in children's
You think they're-
stories.
yeah,
or something.
Can we have the next one?
Next, please, Victoria.
Elsa, Alphabet and Pat.
I think
I don't know what they are. I don't know.
lions. Lion sounds good.
Can we have one else?
Yeah.
Do you think they're lions?
I think I'm going to go for that.
Okay, go on then.
I think they might be lions, families of lions.
They are not families of lions, so I'm going to show the last clue to the Forrests, another bonus chance.
Yeah, we think it's a lion, a witch, and a wardrobe.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, my lord.
The first one in each clue is a lion, the second is a witch, the third is a wardrobe. Each clue features a lion, a witch, and a wardrobe. Can you tell me more about these specific ones?
The lions are Parsley from the Herbs, Cecil, who I think was shot by that American dentist.
That's right.
Elsa from Born Free.
That's right.
And Simba from The Lion King.
Very good. Do you know the witches?
And Dora.
Oh, it was a children's programme.
I don't know if it was a children's programme. It was a bit sexy. It was Bewitched.
Oh, Bewitched.
Samantha was the witch, and the mother was Endora, who hated the husband. Meg from Meg and Mog. Elphaba, where's she from?
I don't know, Alphaba. Do you know that?
She's from Wicked, the musical Wicked, and the last one from Harry Potter. And what about the wardrobes? Where are they from?
Are they all IKEA?
They're all like here. You're all getting each other's questions right this evening. Let's see if you can manage one of your own, Forrests. Which will it be?
Water, please.
OK, the water question. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Okay. Next, please.
Things like that.
Yeah,
It's like underwater. What do you say?
Next.
Yeah, the sounds you can make with your fingers.
Yeah? Should we go through? Are these all gestures you can make with your hands or your fingers? So like L for loser.
That's
and,
exactly what they are. Let's bring up the last clue. Show me all of them.
Timeout is T. That's loser, isn't it?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Haven't done that since school. And,
And
is that
OK.
OK.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you know what a finger fumbler is?
No.
A finger fumbler is the equivalent of a tongue twister in sign language. So it's things, expressions that are difficult to do with your hands. So there's one of them, good blood, bad blood. I don't think it's an expression you'd use in everyday life, but you wouldn't say red lorry, yellow lorry, would you? So I'm going to try and do it. It's something like this, right? If you speak sign language, prepare to laugh. Good blood, bad blood, something like that. So a finger fumbler is a phrase that acts like a tongue twister, but these ones are pretty simple. OK, whatever. I don't think it's official sign language, but it's, as you say, popular in the playground. Back to you, Electrophiles, what would you like?
The Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus for you. These are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
Is this
SAE.
It's not addressed though, is it?
No, it's not addressed.
No, it's next.
Next, please.
Vertebrae. Is that the particular one? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it
High up, isn't it?
That's thoracic, isn't it? Next, please. Mark.
Next, please.
I don't know what that is. That's chest move. I don't know what that is.
So it's been called, isn't it?
So you better have the next one.
Yeah, next, please.
C5.
Oh, God.
C5. C5.
C5 is below, yes.
Yeah.
C5.
We believe they're all C5.
They're all C5. C5 envelope, that's the 5th cervical vertebra, and Queen's Bishop 5, from White's perspective, is C5 on a chessboard, and the Sinclair C5 at the end. That's right. Forrests, one question remains. The 2 reads, what do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
Okay. Yeah. Not so much. Next, please. Duke of Clarence, Richard III. Did he? Is it Shakespeare?
Yeah, it's
Someone
a
who
Shakespeare
did,
plays.
should go next.
Yeah, I think so.
Next, please.
Yeah. So
King Hamlet.
the real
Did
people
they
who
kill
were
them?
the subject of the play.
Didn't Richard, wasn't Duke of Clarence one of the 2 princes that he killed?
No, I don't think so.
Next, please. Yeah, they killed them.
Oh, okay. Yes. No, that's right.
We think the top character or person is someone who was killed by the bottom person in Shakespeare
Oh,
plays.
no. I can't take that, I'm afraid. Electrophiles, do you know?
We think they may be the first person, the person on the top is the first person to die in the Shakespeare play that's in brackets on the bottom.
That's not it either. Now, what goes wrong with yours is that Julius Caesar is not killed by Julius Caesar, is he? He's killed by Brutus.
It's a ghost, isn't it?
They appear as ghosts. They have all been murdered, and they appear sometimes to their murderer, sometimes not, but they can't rest. They appear as ghosts. So you see Julius Caesar in Julius Caesar. The Duke of Clarence is one of many victims of Richard III. They appear in a sort of parade there. King Hamlet's old King Hamlet appears to his son, and someone else who sees that ghost?
Horatio?
It is Horatio, also sees that ghost, and Banquo, of course, in Macbeth. They are murder victims who appear as ghosts. So you knew, but too late, I'm afraid. No points there. That means at the end of round 1, the Electrophiles have 2 points, the Forrests have 4. On to round 2, the sequences round. You kill someone, they appear as a ghost, that kind of sequential stuff, but perhaps a little grislier. Electrophiles, you'll be going first again. Which question would you like?
The lion this time, please.
The lion. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Space Research and Public Organisation. That could be Maury Gallo.
Yes. Next, please.
Italian for scenes. It's canto. Is it canto? Canto?
It's Cantar is the...
Is it in Poland?
Yeah.
So it's a cantar. Cantar. Do you want to next?
Yeah, next, please.
She was Trot. Canter is horse racing, isn't it? It's gallop. What's gallop? Canter, trot. It's a horse. It's these are all rates at which horses
What
travel.
comes next in the sequence?
And so it is...
It's too long, I'm afraid. Forrests have to throw it over for a bonus.
So, yeah, something that means run very fast as a horse.
Not it, I'm afraid. So, what are we looking at?
So Gallop is the polling organisation. Canter
Canter.
is the sing, and Laura Kenny's maiden name was Trot. So presumably these are getting slower.
The horse is getting slower. Gallop, canter, trot, walk, simply walk. We've got the presenter of Newsnight, Kirsty Walk, which is a homophone in my accent, possibly not in hers, but they are homophones for the gait of a horse getting slower. Back to you, Forrests, for a question.
Horned viper, please.
The horned viper. OK. What would come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
The stadium. Is that the Etihad? Is it Man City?
Is it Man City?
Sure. Next, please. Is it rattle? Could it be sheep? OK, rattle. Next, please. Matilda. What's the sequence? Rattle. Matilda. What's the actress who played Matilda called? I don't know. Mara. Mara something. So rattle. What's the idea? Circle. Anything?
2 seconds.
Something that's a roll,
And why would that be?
because it's got a rattle and roll.
Not it, but a good guess. Electrophiles, do you know?
We're going to go with snakes,
And why would that be?
because there's a rattle.
It's nothing to do with rattling. We are looking at the Maracana Stadium in Brazil. And the next thing is a maraca. So we've taken off 2 letters to get maraca. It is then Mara Wilson. She did play Matilda, but it's Mara Wilson. And so we've taken 2 letters off there. So we just take another 2 letters off something denoting Ma. For example, Yo-Yo Ma or Ma Larkin, something like that. Ma was the answer. What would you like for yourselves?
We'll have the twisted flax, please.
OK. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Northwest.
Province is called.
I don't know what it's called. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Next, please. Next.
Next place.
North Macedonia.
So that's
NWA.
North Macedonia, isn't it? Next one.
Next place.
North Bulgaria.
is it we're not proceeding with sequential, so it's like it's not northwest Albania, it's northwest and Albania. Do you know what I mean? So
What's the fourth then?
So what's northwest of Albania or north of North Macedonia?
North of Bulgaria.
2 seconds.
North Romania.
Not it, I'm afraid. Forrest, you know?
Yeah. Northeast Romania?
No, the answer is northeast Turkey. You're right, we're not talking about northwest Albania, but you're not asking what is northwest of Albania, you're asking what is southeast of Albania, because Albania is to the northwest of Greece. We're going around Greece. And to the north, North Macedonia, which is the new name for the old Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. So to the north, North Macedonia and Bulgaria, and to the northeast is Turkey. Forrests, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Man behind me is booted. It's like a symbol, does it mean something?
Trunk. Next, please.
Policeman pointing. Policeman pointing. What's that? Man behind bars is a convict, a prisoner.
3 seconds.
Something that means root,
Can you be very specific, please?
like the root of a tree.
Not it, I'm afraid. Electrophiles, do you know?
I think we're looking for an arrow and the word go.
We're looking for an arrow and the word go. So if you said a route, R-O-U-T-E, this could be indicated by an arrow. But what's going on?
It's the 4 corner squares in Monopoly.
It's the corner squares on a Monopoly board going round to go, where you can collect £200 for passing it. Well done. And what would you like?
The Eye of Horus, please,
The
Victoria.
Eye of Horus. What is forth in this sequence? Time starts now.
Next, please.
It's A, B, C. Something with D would be sire.
Wise braid.
So we're adding what?
It would be
Next, please.
yeah. So it's ascribed. It would be
Described and
raised and described.
Nick.
So is it braised ascribed?
Not it, I'm afraid. Forrest, do you know?
Ascribe carbides.
Ascribe carbides would absolutely be an acceptable answer. Or ascribe ascribed. You've been very unlucky there, Nick, because you have done almost all of the work. The only thing you missed
Was the ascribe?
is that you need the first word to include all the letters. So we are making anagrams, but we are adding an A, then a B, then a C. So to ascribe, you add a D to get ascribed, or carbides, or cider abs. I've got those. It's a bit like a beer belly. But braise ascribed is not perfect for the puzzle, I'm sorry. Very unlucky. Forrest's last question of the round for you, the 2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Prime Ministers.
Next, please.
Is it first name's Cameron? Someone. Kate. Is it in place?
Next, please.
Seconds.
First, Terry.
And why would that be?
First and then a name.
I see. Yes, well, it's unfortunately not Terry. Not the answer. Electrophiles, do you know?
OK, we'll go first, Leo.
It's not Leo either. It's Craig. First Craig. Does that help?
These winners of Big Brother.
It's winners of Big Brother. We are going backwards towards the first one, Craig Phillips. Lovely Craig the Builder. Unlucky again. Your quizzing eye is in, Nick. It's just closing the deal with the answer. That means at the end of round 2, the Electrophiles have 3 points, the Forrests have 5. Time now for the connecting wall, and it'll be the Forrests going first this time. So you have a choice, lion or water.
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
OK, Shawshank Redemption is...
It's a prison, isn't it? Wentworth and Litchfield prisons.
Yeah, Wizard, T-Rex, Mud, and Sweet are all... and Slade.
T-Rex as well.
T-Rex.
No, T-Rex.
Turkish Delight, what else? Cannock Chase. Litchfield, Uttoxeter and Wentworth are
What's
all
that?
places in Staffordshire.
OK,
aren't they?
Bath, Stone Bath, What did you say? Litchfield, Cannock, Uttoxeter.
And Wentworth, I don't think it's Wentworth.
Should
It
we
might
try
be
the prison?
Leeds.
Slade, Shawshank, Litchfield.
Yeah,
well
OK,
done.
so
Bird
Uttoxeter,
Bath, Turkish Bath, Swimming Bath,
Yes.
Stone Bath.
And
Bird
Bubble
Bath,
Bath as well.
Bubble Bath,
So what else is
Uttoxeter,
Uttoxeter,
Leek,
Cannock?
Stone and Cannock.
You think those... So Uttoxeter's not a bath, is it? Cannock's not a bath.
Leek is right.
Leek isn't
Leek isn't
a
a
bath.
bath. So you think Stone?
I think, well, Stone's definitely a place.
Where
I'm trying
are
to
they?
think where they are. Are they in Uttoxeter? Are they places where races are on? No.
Uttoxeter.
Leek, Stone, Cannock.
Yeah. Where do you think Uttoxeter is? Is it sort of south? Is it Midlands?
Yeah, it's sort of as we
we
drive
try?
down the M6. Yeah, go for it anyway.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. That's an immediate 4 points for the groups. What about the connections? Tell me about the first group, Sweet, Mud, T-Rex, Wizard.
They're all sort of glam rock bands.
They're glam rock bands. And the next one, Litchfield, Shawshank, Slade, Wentworth.
Prisons? Sort of mixed. Are they fictional prisons?
They are fictional prisons. Where do they crop up?
Shawshank is the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Slade is Porridge.
Yep.
Is Litchfield Orange is the New Black?
Yes, absolutely. And Wentworth, I think there might be a real prison called
Yeah.
Wentworth, but Wentworth Prison is in Prisoner Cell Block H. And its sequel, Wentworth Prison. And the next group, Uttoxeter, Stone, Leek and Cannock.
Are they places in Cheshire?
Sorry, Staffordshire. Staffordshire is where they are. And the last one, Bird, Turkish, Swimming, Bubble.
Types of bath.
That's right, they are types of bath. So 4 points for the groups, 3 for the connections. That's a total of 7. Let's bring in their opponents now and give them the other connecting wall, see how they get on. It's the Witch and the Wardrobe wall for you, or rather the water wall, because Lion's been taken. You have 2.5 minutes, starting now.
OK.
The
bands,
These
we've got
are
bands.
electric cars, an ionic and a
Yeah.
X and a leaf. And a Zoe.
Right,
Yeah.
is that a car?
Yes. So it could be that Leaf isn't.
There you go, got it.
We've got bands here as well. Teenage
Yes.
Fan Club,
Travis.
Orange Juice, Travis, and...
We have got bands. Scottish bands, I think. Orange Juice.
Yes, they are.
Scottish. Was it
So just for another one. Runner.
Leaf, are they a band? There you go, done it.
Yeah.
Well done.
So
It's okay.
okay, how
3
sports-
lives now.
So these are the people that help with sports things. So you can have a
You're
caddy and a
second.
ball and a ball.
You
goes
can
on.
indeed.
No, the ball goes down. It's gone.
But what?
Tea party, tea dance, tea caddy.
Tea caddy.
Well
So
done.
1, 2, 3, 4. So what are the? What's
Tea
the
leaf. Tea tree.
Well, it's
Tea tree.
five teas. So what would the others be?
Second runner. A second. So what's this word?
A second is someone who supports. isn't
Yeah, so
it?
this is the same.
Yeah.
And so is a caddy. So the others tea before, and these are people who support, and these are tea something.
I think that's it.
So we're
Try
going to go
one.
for
Second. Caddy, runner, and swan, yeah.
That's it, you've solved the wall. Very well done. So that's an immediate 4 points. What about the connections? Zoe and so on.
This was yours, Nick.
These are electric cars.
They're all electric cars. And the next group, Travis, Ballboy and so on.
We believe they're all pop bands.
Can you be more specific?
Well, we thought Scottish.
They're
pop
all
bands.
Scottish pop bands, that's absolutely right. And the next one, second runner, Caddy and so on.
They're all people who support someone. They're in a supporting role.
In
Sports.
In sport.
Yeah.
They help out in sports, that's absolutely right. And the last group, Leaf Tree Party Dance.
Either with T. They're either.
They
proceed-
all follow
proceeded
T. So another 4 points for the connections, plus a bonus for getting it all right, so the maximum of 10. Let's have a look at the scores going into the final round. The Forrests have 12 points, the Electrophiles have 13. And if you'd like to take part in the next series of Only Connect, then why not go to the website bbc.co.uk/onlyconnect to find out how to apply. So it's turned round a little bit, but scores very close. It will be decided in the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first group are all high places. Forrests.
La Paz.
In Bolivia, correct. Forrests.
Everest Base Camp.
Well done. Forrests.
Cloud City.
In Star Wars. Electrophiles.
High Wycombe.
In Buckinghamshire. Next category, low places. Forrests.
The Seabed.
Correct. Electrophiles.
The Netherlands.
Correct. Forrests.
Hades.
Welcome. Forrests.
Lower East Side.
In New York, correct. Next category, in between places. Electrophiles.
Halfway house.
Yes, it is. Forests.
Purgatory.
Correct. Electrophiles.
The crossroads.
Correct. Electrophiles.
Middle wallop.
Correct. Next category, dishes which involve melted cheese. Forests.
Margarita Pizza.
Yes, it is. Forests.
Welsh Rabbit.
Everyone's favourite. Forests.
Croque Monsieur.
Croque Monsieur is correct, and that is the end of the quiz. So, looking at the final scores, the Electrophiles have 18, the Forrests have 22. Very well done, Forrests. You are straight through to the next round. Electrophiles, well done to you as well. Good quizzing. You'll be back for another chance to play into the next round later in the series. And coming up next on BBC Two, it's a medical documentary in which the fantastic Michael Portillo takes a look at the latest advances in ocular surgery, talking to people whose lives have been transformed. That's Michael Portillo, You Can See Everything, next on BBC Two.